don't know who needs to hear this today, but the more things change, the more they stay the same. To make it sound a little more biblical, we can turn to the book of Ecclesiastes, where we read that there is nothing new under the sun. To illustrate this, I want to share with you a song, a hymn that is in our songbook. It was written by Robert Emmett Winsett. Interestingly, Winsett is a native of Bledsoe County here in Tennessee. But in order to fully appreciate this song, I think we need a little bit of backstory, a little bit of history. World War II began in 1939. The United States did not participate in that war until 1941, December 11, 1941, a day that will live in infamy, to borrow heavily from our president at the time. And so, just a few months later, Winsett penned the words to a song that we not only have in our songbook, but sometimes sing. And so it is against the backdrop of World War II, and more specifically, the backdrop of the United States entering that war, that in 1942, Winsett penned these words. Troublesome times are here, filling men's hearts with fear. Freedom, we all hold dear, now is at stake. Humbling your heart to God saves from the chastening rod. Seek the way pilgrims trod, Christians awake. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom, trumpets will sound. All of the dead shall rise, righteous meet in the skies, going where no one dies, heavenward bound. Winsett died in the 1950s. He was born in the 1870s. In 1969, at the first ever GMA Dove Awards, this song, Jesus is Coming Soon, won Song of the Year. This is basically the gospel music equivalent to the ACM Awards. But I think that Winsett did a masterful job writing these lyrics. He began with a situation, a current event that our nation was faced with, a crisis that our nation was faced with. He then drew a spiritual principle as he thought about the importance of submitting to God, honoring God, obeying God, and escaping the consequences of not doing that. Humbling your heart to God saves from the chastening rod. And then, in the chorus, he left his listeners with a message of hope. Jesus is coming soon. And then spoke of how we are going where no one dies. We are heavenward bound. The words of this war hymn, we could call it, are just as relevant today as they were when Winsett first penned them. Yes, troublesome times are here. You've heard me mention the typical concerns about the economy, concerns about the COVID pandemic. We've now got something going on over there in the Ukraine. And the list can go on and on and on. But yes, these are troublesome times. But before we overreact, over-worry, over-stress about it, we need to be reminded of the words of Solomon. There is nothing new under the sun. What has been is what will be. And so just like Winsett, as he looked around the world and the troublesome times that he and that generation was experiencing, we too look around the world in our generation and see the troubling things that surround us. And so let us remember Winsett's word of challenge: humble your hearts before God. Put your trust in Him. And with that trust comes a wonderful hope, a confident expectation. We're going where no one dies, heavenward bound. I'm about to sign off, but I encourage you to stick around for a few minutes because I have included the song Jesus is Coming Soon, sung by the Emmanuel Quartet, that I thought you might enjoy taking a listen to. I've got nothing but big love for all of you. I'm going to miss seeing you tonight for our midweek Bible study, but that just makes my anticipation of worship on Sunday that much greater.
Troublesome times are here, filling men's hearts with fear. Freedom we all hold dear. Now is its freedom's now at stake. Humbling your hearts to God, saves from the chastening rod. Seek the way pilgrims trod, Christians away. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom. Trumpets will surely sound. All of the dead shall rise. Righteous meet in the skies. Going where no one dies, heavenward bound.
Troubles will soon be o'er, happy forevermore. When we meet on that shore, free from all worldly care, rising up in the sky, telling this world goodbye. Homeward we then will fly, glory to share.
Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom. Trumpets will surely sound. All of the dead shall rise. Righteous meet in the sky. Going where no one dies, heavenward bound. My Jesus is coming soon. Morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom. Trumpets will surely sound. All of the dead shall rise. Righteous meet in the skies. Going where no one dies, heavenward bound. We're going where no one dies, heavenward bound.